Hey guys, welcome back to opening more Digimon boosters. You want to know something? I fucked up. I started doing an episode, but didn't record, so I, I kind of skipped over some cool stuff that happened. That would have been cool to watch on camera, but can't turn back time to the good old days. Anyway, let's just rush into this and go over some of the cards that I was talking about. I can't cover them with the same detail that I talked about in the first time, but you can't really go back time and redo everything you just did. That'd be awesome if we could. Anyway, first new card was Plasma Stake, and its effect says main delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 13,000 DP or more, and security says just activate the effect. This would be really good in modern setups, but in earlier ones, cards really didn't go that much above like 12,000. So this is not a very good card for back then, but would be a pretty good card nowadays. We got a Hawkmon that was new that has absolutely no effect, and it's just him hanging out in fall. And then we got Greymon. This is the same as the Gurumon and some of the other cards, where it's just play it from security for its effects. So it has a cool art, but really is not as useful as it would be. We got a Tankmon, who is literally just a champion with no effect, and no inheritable, so not great. Got a Patamon that I told a story about how I had a plush Patamon when I was a kid that I don't own anymore because my sister owns it, but I don't really care if she owns it because I think she likes it better than me. I was just talking about how cute the card was, so having to go over these really quickly. We got a Magna Angemon who has the inheritance when attacking, trash the bomb Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon. And I said it would probably work pretty well with the Angemon card that we got earlier, since it would double up on the ability. We got a regular Art of Gatomon, which is the first card we pulled from this pack, with Vegemon and Palmon kind of bullying it, but, not much more useful. We got a Lady Devimon that is actually really good, and I was talking about how all the rares and even the uncommons from this set seem to be more useful than even some of the super rares. So its ability says when Digivolving, trigger draw 2, then trash 2 from your hand, so pretty good. Then its inheritable says your turn once per turn. When you use a option card, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. I say this is probably pretty good. Probably pretty good. What am I trying to say? This is a really good utility card for this era. So anyway, let's go over the really cool one I got that I just missed out on showing you guys. Anyway, we got the secret rare, or at least one of the secret rares. And I was talking about how it isn't the secret rare I wanted, but, it did enlighten me that I just wasn't recording. So thank you for enlightening me that I wasn't recording whatsoever. Gotta love it when you think you're recording and absolutely nothing's been happening. So gotta love that shit. Anyway, Black War Greymon's ability. He also looks really awesome. He's like throwing Giga Destroyer or Gaia Destroyer at something, or Terra Destroyer. His ability says when your opponent with a Digimon with 10,000 DP or more is in play, reduce the cost to play this card from your hand by 6. So you could put this down to a 7 memory and play it for pretty much the memory of an ultimate. So pretty good ability. And it says, when attacking, if you attack your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP, unsuspend this Digimon, which I had theorized would be used in some kind of setup where you could suspend all of your opponent's Digimon and then go down the line of highest DP to lowest and kill all of their Digimon in one big chain. So, pretty cool. I really like this card, but the sad thing is I missed out on showing you guys stuff. We got other, copies, just because that happens all the time. So don't worry about the copies I got since, I've already read them. You really shouldn't worry about that. I'm just really sorry that I couldn't show you guys me opening the packs. I had said some funny stuff, but, just one of those things you get when you're a YouTuber. Anyway, let's not lose our enthusiasm and get right into this shit. So, anyway, got ourselves another Plasma Stake. I didn't really comment on this one, but it's got Blitz Greymon as its card art. So it was really cool to see that. It's just so dark you can't really see it all that well. Alright, this is new. I think we also got maybe like a Seedramon down here. Or no, we got that last episode. I think I got everything that we had gotten new. Yeah. Anyway, now I've got a Mega Seedramon, the ultimate level of Betamon. And it says, your turn. This Digimon can't be blocked by your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards. So, not a bad effect, but you really need to have, Digi blockers that don't have bottoms. So, yeah, kind of situational, I would say. I'm always checking the thing now so that I don't lose out on what's happening. Anyway, next card we got is Geo Greymon, being one of the other many forms of Greymon. His inheritable says, when attacking, if you have 3 or more yellow tamers in play, one of your opponent's Digimon gets negative 2000 DP for the turn. So, I mean, not bad, but you need a ton of tamers in play, which might not always be the best thing when you're trying to conserve memory. So, I like the card art, but it definitely makes them look kind of short, don't it? Anyway, let's go on to the next one. At least we're running into new ones, so that at least we get to talk about a lot of stuff. We've got Armadillomon, who is currently trying to get out of a hole he can't get out of, I guess, even though he's an armadillo who could just burrow through, which I think is what he's about trying to do. So, as always, a rookie with no effect, no inheritability makes me a sad man. So, cute card, but just not really worth anything. Garcelle's another Holy Wave. Argomon, rookie edition. Shamanmon. A Zudomon. An Airdramon. A Demimeramon. We actually do have a Pyildramon here. So, Pyildramon being the DNA Digivolution of XVmon and Stingmon. It's definitely my favorite out of that line since I like it way better than any of the Imperial Dramon ones. Problem is, he's not a DNA Digivolution in this one. He's just a regular. His effect is Jamming, and his inheritability says, when attacking once per turn, if a Digimon with Imperial Dramon is in its name, unsuspend it. So, double attacker, pretty much. So, not bad. But definitely, I wish it was DNA Digivolution and had a better effect. And now we've got Sylphimon. So, I'm guessing all of the O2 DNA Digivolutions are in this, since we literally saw Valkyriemon in here as that's its Mega. So, Sylphimon's effect says, when Digivolving, change the original DP of one of your opponent's level 4 Digimon or lower to 1000 for the turn. And your turn, this Digimon is also treated as yellow. So, I guess at this point, they really didn't come up with the idea of making one half red and one half yellow yet. So, they came up with effects that says it's treated as that, but they came up with a much better idea later on. So, not a bad card. I mean, taking you down to 1000, pretty good. But, just no inheritable is not helping it. But you could just take it out to 1000 and use a card that removes at least 1000 DP, and then you've killed a Digimon. So, not bad, though. Not bad. Anyway, what we got for us next. Alright, I think this is also... Is this a new one? I think we might have already gone over this going on, but we'll go on over it again. It says, when playing this card from the hand, reduce its memory cost by 1 for each of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards. I just said it was a very niche ability that requires setup, so wouldn't be something you'd be relying on, I'm guessing. Alright, Garcelle's a Lavo Garitamon. Oh, this is new. We got Giromon. You've probably seen this Digimon before, along with his, brother, Tekimon or Tekkenmon. They're just balls with, random equipment on them. And Giromon has a chainsaw on him, along with a random ball he throws around. So he's quite happy with that ball. Kind of looks like a coronavirus. Anyway, Inheritable says, opponent's turn, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. Kind of basic, but I guess you could kind of mix it with the Black War Greymon to kind of help out a bit, so. Not horrible. I like his art of him, just destroying a random fence. So, pretty cool. Beast Cyclone. We've seen this one before. Mummymon. Oh, this is a different Gatomon. There's actually 2 Gatomon in this set. Because we got one that just talked about an on-play ability. This one has no ability. But it does have a pretty cool, art. What is it doing? Just jumping off a tree. It's kind of running away from... Oh, Mikemon's right there. You can see a Mikemon and even a Makomon at the very bottom. I wonder if that's the first Makomon card. I'm not sure. I think it probably isn't, but pretty cool art. It's just kind of like playing in the forest. And its inheritable says, when attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon gets negative 1,000 for the turn. So that might be a good one to mix up with Sylphimon. So not a bad idea. Then again, I don't know. Then again, I don't know. I think I just might get more for the art. Alright, we got another Arukenimon. Oh, we got the in training level of Ludomon, we've got Kakimon, or Kakinmon. It's literally just a little, like, dog dinosaur thing with a shield on its head. And then it's fresh. I don't even know that one's name. It's just a weird one with a little helmet on its head. Anyway, Kakinmon, its inheritable says, when attacking, once per turn, if this Digimon's level 7, gain 1 memory. Really, these Legends of Arms Digimon are talking about just get to Ragna Lordmon. Get to that as fast as possible. So, pretty cool art, but not much worth something. Anyway, we've got a Vijramon. I really like the art on this one. I like the outlines and stuff. And his ability says, your turn, while you have a blue tamer in play, this Digimon gets jamming. So, not a great effect. I really wish I got the V-Tamer tie at the very top of this pack. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. I'd like a different Vijramon. Anyway, I like the art for it, though. So, let it pass. Alright, we got Code Cracking. It kind of shows Cherubimon Virtue being, like, corrupted into Cherubimon, like, Vice / just Virus. So that's a pretty rad card. And its effect says, main, your opponent may trash their top security card. If they don't, trigger recovery +1 to your own deck. So, for 4, that isn't bad. Because you can either choose them, do you want to die or you want me to live better? But it plays the cardinal sin again of having no security. Why couldn't this just be play the main effect? I don't know. They think it's so powerful that they can't just give it a security. Alright, we've got another Edamon. Then we have Metal Mamemon being the last card of this pack. Pretty cool art, as it's just jumping out to go kill something. Just like me! Wish there was an evolution of Metal Mamemon that looked really cool, but then again, Bancho Mamemon exists, so I ain't gonna complain too much. His effect says Reboot, and when Digivolving, return one level 7 Digimon with Virus in its traits from your trash to your hand. I'm guessing that's targeting Black War Greymon. Really, they want you to use stuff other than the rest of the Agumon line to try and get up to that thing, because it's a black one instead of red, so pretty cool card art. And it definitely synergizes with Black War Greymon, so I guess I can't complain. I guess I cannot complain. We're definitely knocking through these a lot faster. I mean, I pretty much got rid of 2 packs at the very start of the episode, before the episode even existed, so, you know, I have to remind myself of my failures. If I don't remind myself of my failures, I will do them again. Always remember, if you do not remember history, you are doomed to repeat it. And that is most definitely history. Just history you don't know. Anyway, we've got Positron Laser again. I believe, yep, this is the one where they put the same text at the bottom as that is up there. Anyway, Vmon. Jewel Bmon, I think I have talked about this one before. Oh, this is new. We got Angelomon. I think, no, this is not my first Angelomon card. Definitely because I have the Parallel Dimensions starter kit, but no, I was thinking it almost was. Pretty cool Angelomon, though. Just kind of floating above being, well, you know. You know, we had a joke about this last time, but we had to get it cut out because, you know, I talked about Lady Devimon earlier. So, anyway, we're going to talk about it now. Angelomon with 10,000 DP for an ultimate. Not bad. Has no ability and has no inheritable, but just having high attack can sometimes bring you a little bit further in my eyes. So, not horrible, I guess. Let it pass. Alright. Oh, there is yellow over here, so I accidentally put Gatomon on top of that. I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, we got Argomon again. Biomon. Desperado Blaster. Oh, this is new. We got Ankylomon being the champion of Armadillomon. And it says he's got the same security effect for if it was in security, placed it as a play card. So, just another one of those. I think it could be better. But I like the art of him, like, smashing the ground. Ooh, this is pretty cool. We got Eden's Javelin. So it just shows Ophanimon kind of, ready to kill the ground. I wonder if Ophanimon's even in this pack. Let me see. I'm reading it by the wayside real quick. Because, there's, fucking Angemon. Yep, there is no Ophanimon. It's a rare. So, we might be able to get that. I think that would be a pretty cool card to pull. Maybe we'll have good luck here. Anyway, Eden's Javelin being in capitals. I wonder if that's acronym for something? I don't know. Anyway, for 6, trigger draw 1. Then one of your opponent's Digimon gets negative 1,000 for each card you have in your hand for that turn. And security just says activate the effect. That would actually be pretty good. That would actually get... if you've been building up your hand, that would actually be pretty good. But if you're not, then it's probably not as useful. But at least you'll have one target because it forces you to draw. Pretty cool art, though. Oh, we've got Goldramon. One of the, what's it called? Just the 4 great dragons. We do have a better card of this from Draconic Roar, but I do like the art from this. Because it's got, his ice hand, his fire hand, and stuff. His ability says, your turn once per turn. When you play another Digimon, unsuspend this Digimon. Doesn't say what kind, so you could just play, another rookie. And be able to attack twice, so... Not a bad effect, but you'd probably want to be using the one from Draconic Roar. That was a mouthful. Anyway, what's this cool card behind it? Oh, no, there were more cards behind it. This is only an uncommon. Anyway, we've got Testament being attacked from Seraphimon. And it says, until the end of your opponent's next turn, one of your Digimon gains blocker. And then security, trigger draw 1, then add this to your hand. I'd kind of more want to just play this for the security. Some of these option cards I really would. That main effect's not bad, but then again, I don't really see why you want a blocker on a yellow, so... Anyway, what's the cool card behind it? Oh, another... wait. This isn't the secret rare version, this is the... just the super rare version. I'm trying to see where it is. I have to look at these little cards to look for them real quick. Yeah... They're, pretty far away in card numbers, so I don't know if they've got different abilities, but it's cool to have an Imperial Dramon again. Now we've got Imperial Dramon firing his Positron Laser. Actually, does it say Fighter Mode versus Dragon Mode? No, they both say Dragon Mode. Strange. Alright, his ability says, when one of your Pyldramon or Dino Beamon would Digivolve into this card, reduce the memory cost of that Digivolution by 2. Kind of like an older version of, where they show right up here. 0 from this, or 2 from this, so kind of an older version. Anyway, it's got jamming, and when Digivolving, unsuspend all your Digimon with jamming, so. There's definitely a way to play this, but I'm just not smart enough. I could probably, it's pretty easy to come up with, but sometimes don't think about being smart. Sometimes think about opening Digimon cards and giving me money. That was one thing I also talked about. I was talking about greedy people at the very beginning, but then again, I was just making jokes about how greedy I am. Because I'm a pretty greedy guy. At least, if you're willing to admit what you are, hopefully people won't hate you as much. It really doesn't help you out in any other way. It really doesn't help you out unless you're a psychologist, maybe. It'd be great to get that Ophanimon. My mind just goes, Ophanimon? Wait, greed? More like lust. Anyway, we've got Lavorvomon. We've seen that one before. Alright, Necrophobia. So, this is, I guess, the option card for Mummymon. That means this... Does necrophobia mean fear of the dead? Or does it mean, love of death? I think that's necrophilia. Yeah, that's necrophilia, not necrophobia. So, it says, play one level 5 purple Digimon from your trash without paying his memory cost. Any on-play effects don't activate. Which wouldn't be bad for, I guess, something like Arukenimon, since you could just use its ability without having to play, try and get it out. Not bad. Then security just says activate this card, so. Play 5 just to instantly play out an Arukenimon. Might not be too bad, but, probably something a little bit more worth it. Oh, I guess, this Skullmarimon? Nah, since, he's got no effects and no inheritables. And you can fill in the blank from there. Though he does look pretty cool. Usually, Skullmarimon's shown off with, red fire. But I really like it when he's shown off with blue fire, since he's got, a blue head. So, I like the art. Alright. Meramon, Agumon, Bifrost, Seadramon. Just checking to make sure that time's still good. This is a new one. Man, there's so many blue in this one. I think blue's going to win out as the most common card in this. Anyway, we've got Niaromon. You know, you're teasing me with all this Anguamon stuff. You better be giving me a goddamn Ophanimon card. It's only a rare. It's not like it would be super rare. Anyway, Niaromon's Inheritable says, opponent's turn while this Digimon is suspended, all of your security Digimon gets plus 1,000. So, you've probably already attacked last turn with Ophanimon or Anguamon, so, you know, this would actually just be kind of like a defensive kind of moves, which is not bad. So, pretty cool card. Alright, Lopmon is a new card. Why did I put that one with that? My brain was just like, that goes there, right? No. Anyway, Lopmon's ability, pretty cute card. She's just like, you know, sitting out in front of, like, I guess, a classroom, just kind of sitting there. So, that's pretty cute. Lopmon says, on play, look at the top card of your security stack. You can add that card to your hand and trigger draw 1. So you can draw 2, but you kill yourself for doing that. So I don't know how useful of a card this is unless you're just willing to get yourself killed. Which could be pretty cool, but I'm not sure if you want to do that. Ooh! This is actually a card that I did want at some point, and I had seen it online, but, you know, it's kind of a reason why I want it. Very quietly say boop. Anyway, we got Bastamon, otherwise known as Parisiamon. It has no effect and no inheritable, so you may be wondering why I want it. We don't talk about that. Anyway, I like this card. Did I talk Arrow Vidramon before? I'm going to check through my cards, because if I can save time, yep, I already did. So, look back in an earlier episode if you want to see what that card says. But you probably already read it at this point. Oh, we got another super rare. We got Old Force Vidramon. Pretty cool card art. It's even got like something back there. I'm guessing that's like maybe Alter S maybe? Anyway, its effect says, your turn, when one of your blue tamers becomes suspended, unsuspend this Digimon. And your turn once per turn, when this Digimon becomes unsuspended during your main phase, gain 1 memory. Not a bad card, but mostly just for the unsuspending thing. So I've got pretty much all of the Vidramon line from this, which is pretty cool. I really wish I could get that Alter S. The two things I want right now are Ophanimon and Alter S, but I'm guessing Alter S is going to be... I mean, I've already gotten 1 secret rare from this whole thing. I'm guessing you could only really get 1 from it. I'm not quite sure. I have seen getting 2 secret rares in the same pack. We did that with Draconic Roar, so... But I think that was more common because there was only, like, a certain amount of cards from that. This has, like, 152, so less luck. Anyway, we got Vorvomon. Actually, 5,000 for a rookie, not bad. And I like its art of it just kind of... I guess it's running towards the volcano that it will soon get stuck into, I guess. So, still no ability, no inheritable. So you will be the sacred child of suck. Anyway, we got Ikakumon. 3,000 for a champion. That is dog shit, but I do like its art of, like, shooting out a harpoon torpedo. Kind of shows what happens when he does that. Since you really only see the thing shoot out, but it's like, how does he get his horn back? And it's just like, oh, the horn goes away. So, yeah. Ikakumon without its horn looks kind of strange. Anyway, its inheritable says, when attacking, trash the top Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon. Does that mean the Digimon's top card and make it de-Digivolve? I don't think so. I think that just means the top of their Digivolution cards. A little bit of wording that needs to be ironed out, though. You figured it out at some point later. Anyway, we got Necrophobia. We've got Necrophobia! Necrophilia! Ardilomon. Do you remember, you ever remember My Gym Partner's a Monkey? You probably don't, because that sounds insane. If you're a kid during when I grew up, you probably remember My Gym Partner's a Monkey. That was a really weird show, and I remember the one time they sung about an armadillo. I'm a friendly armadillo. Oh boy, that was I can never forget. I'm a friendly armadillo. Pretty weird. Anyway, Giromon. Meramon. Oh, this is new. We finally got my favorite thing ever, the shit Digimon. He's only got 1,000 DP. Fucking great! Anyway, that's just some disgusting looking art, but I guess it fits them pretty well. It says, on deletion, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play one Chumon among them without paying its memory cost. Place the remaining at the bottom of the deck in any order. Why would you even want Chumon on the field? Dumbass. Anyway, this is a pretty goddamn worthless card, but I'm guessing it'll have something to do with Edamon. So, if you're running an Edamon deck, maybe. But that 1,000 is just so bad. Anyway, Niaromon. Virus Greymon. Oh, this is new. We got the mega level of Argomon being the one from the movie as well as the one from Adventure 2020. He's the one that looks like he's just got his mouth open, but that's not actually a mouth. So, Mega Argomon says Digizorbs in 3, and your turn, for each of your other suspended Digimon, this Digimon gains security attack +1. That might be pretty powerful since green is about suspending yourself. That'd actually be pretty good, but really, you'd have to make yourself stronger to survive many of those security attacks. Alright, what's up next? Oh, we got Mega Gargomon. Man, now we got another one of those. Pretty cool. He's like fighting a random Vilemon that's just hanging out down there. So, Mega Gargomon, otherwise known as Saint Galgomon. His ability says, when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. It doesn't unsuspend during your opponent's next unsuspend phase. Then your turn, when your opponent has a suspended Digimon in play, this Digimon gains security attack +1. So it's not for every, it's just 1. So, less target than Argomon, but then again, requires less setup. And then we've got Breath of the Gods. And it's got Craniumon Shield, and he's holding up his shield. The effect says, main one of your Digimon gains reboot. And this Digimon can't have its DP reduced or be returned to your owner's deck or hand until the end of your opponent's next turn. In security, your opponent's Digimon can't attack players for the turn. I think that security is way better than the effect it gives you. It's not a bad effect, but that, security, just stopping attacks whatsoever, that's, way better. Then again, it's something you gotta kind of have happen, so... harder to set up, then. Harder to set up. Alright, let's open another boy. Definitely been blasting through these now that they're not very common ones where I read, because I'm bad at reading. Reading Rainbow died. Thank God. It's in a book. You're gonna cook a rainbow dimgo. I don't know what I said. Anyway, Angemon. I'm a friendly piece of shit. That's an oxymoron. Howling Crusher. Geogreymon. Dokugumon, or Dokugumon, the weird spider boy. His effect says, on play for 6. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 level 5 and 1 level 6 Digimon among them to your hand, trash the rest. That's actually a pretty good thing. You can kind of search for 2 cards for 6, but the problem is that it only targets 3 cards. So if you can't find any of those in those 3, this ability has no, target. So a little bit too wide of a scope for something it's not searching for all that well. Anyway, Vorbomon, Antilamon. I think this is a different Demi-Vmon, because I did pull one in here. Let me just read its ability real quick. Yep, it's different. It's completely different. I, read it, and it was like, oh, there are no draw ones in there, so... He's, kind of trying to save a Chibimon from eating from being eaten by a, what's it called, a Gazimon, so he's a hero, I guess. And his inheritance says, when attacking once per turn, if this Digimon has jamming, trigger draw 1. Pretty good, since, the entire, Vidramon line is about getting jamming, so pretty good. Got ourselves another champion Argomon. A Vikemon. Ooh, well, that's good for multiple reasons. Oh god, I dropped a card! How could this happen? It's the promo Garurumon. Anyway, we've got Rina Shinomiya. Being, this is something that most Americans wouldn't know unless you've seen my series on it, but Digimon World Redigitized was a remake of the first Digimon World on the PSP that was pretty much like nothing like the original and was a lot better. Then, that game was only ever released in Japan. Then they made an updated version that came out in 3DS that involved her as part of like the extra story that went on. Also never released in America and only in Japan. Then the PSP version got a translation, and then almost a decade later, the 3DS version got a translation, which I did both on my channel. So if you want to see that game and see what Reno is about, you can see that about. But just to say that most people who are buying this card game up and are just kind of casual Digimon fans would never know who Rena was, but there's a little bit of an update. She has tits. I don't know her age. That's not good. Anyway, Rena's ability says, your turn, when one of your blue Digimon attacks, you may suspend this Digimon to give that Digimon plus 1000 DP for the turn. Then on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with V in its name among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. Then memory just says to play this. Or security says to play this. Pretty good card. Definitely useful for a Vmon line. And isn't just useful for that. You could use it for Vdramon, but you could also use it for at least Vmon and XVmon. So, you can kind of go nuts with it. But really, it doesn't target Paildramon or Imperial Dramon, so it can only go so far on the other line, but might be a little bit worth it. So, next up, we got Rise Greymon, the ultimate level of, Geo Greymon. And its ability says, because it's actually got one, which is uncommon, I'd say. It says, when Digivolving, you may play 1 yellow tamer from your hand without paying its memory cost. Any on-play effects played don't activate from that tamer. I haven't even found a single yellow tamer from this. Yeah, I don't think I've found a single one, so I don't know what its target is talking about. Who knows? Anyway, it's inheritable. Says, your turn, while you have 3 or more tamers in play, it gains security attack +1. That sounds a lot like what the regular Geo Greymon did, so that's pretty OP just to gain security attack. And playing a tamer without needing to require its, memory cost is pretty good as well. Anyway, we can do one last one before we finish it up with a final one. Still got quite a lot of, at least a couple of packs at the very bottom, so we'll be able to cover those in the next episode. But let's finish up with this one and make it something cool. Make it something cool. Or maybe not. Maybe it's, oh no, something looks good back there and I want to hide it. I accidentally saw something very shiny back there, but I didn't see what it was. So, still going to be a surprise for me. You're at least going to see one surprise on this episode, since you kind of got gypped on the first one. So, anyway, we've got Geo Greymon. Who knows, it might even be a Funimon. There's Clockmon. I remember him a lot more from Ghost Game than anything else nowadays, since he was at first a villain and now is just like a friend. Anyway, he has no ability, but his inheritable says, opponent's turn, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. Sounds like what Jiromon does, so, put those together, you've got even more now. So, I like the art of him just kind of hanging out, but then again, he's not really doing much, is he? Anyway, Plasma Stake. Gomamon. We got Bolossomon. Magna Angemon. Another of those cute-looking Gatomons. Another Valkyriemon, so fucking worthless. Another Code Cracking. Alright, we got a Gigimon, so it's just Gigimon and Doraemon eating bread, like they usually do. So, their inheritable says, your turn, when there are 5 or more cards in your opponent's trash, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. Basic, don't like it. Alright, another Sylphomon, and now we can see what's behind this. Oh, so now we got the secret rare version of Imperial Digimon Dragon Mode. So I can actually compare what their, why... I mean, this is green versus the other one that was blue. So let me find my blue one, so I can at least compare their abilities. So at least we got a different secret rare, but that's not the secret rare I wanted. I haven't even got the rare I wanted. Anyway, so difference, kind of night and day. That one looks scary looking. You can barely see it, but it is actually no. That's not. That's not a Imperial Dramon Dragon mode. That's Dark Imperial or Black Imperial Dramon Dragon mode. So you've got yourself a different card there. Let me go ahead and pick up the camera so you guys can see much better. I know you guys can see the tripod in the background. I'm trying to... There we go. Yeah, that's a pretty fucking bomb-ass looking card. I ain't gonna complain. That is something real cool. Anyway. Still need Ophanimon and Omnimon just to keep up my meme, but... Anyway, for this final card of the episode, I'm gonna read what it says. It says such small text. It says, when one of your Imperial Dramon or Dino Beamon would digivolve into this card in your hand, reduce the memory cost by 2. Then it's got Piercing, and while this Digimon deletes Digimon in battle and survives, unsuspend this Digimon. That actually seems pretty OP. Let me read this guy again. He just has jamming instead. So he's got Piercing by, like, you know, inherit by just itself. Then if it can just survive a bunch of battles and just beat everything, you could be piercing the entire time and kind of destroy your opponent in like a one-turn kill kind of thing. So say this card is pretty damn good and pretty damn awesome from its like glowy stuff. So, you know, it wasn't a total bust for this episode. I thought we were going to miss out on something cool, but we got to see something even cooler. So Black War Greymon was pretty cool, but, you know, Imperial Dramon, Black Imperial Dramon Dragon Mode was even cooler. So next time on opening Digimon booster packs, we'll probably finish off this entire thing and see if we even get one Ophanimon or if we get the sacred Omnimon. So I'll see you guys next time.